In 1970, the same year as the AFL-NFL merger, the Giants and Jets would meet at Shea Stadium for their first ever regular season matchup. Jets starting quarterback Joe Namath was sidelined due to injury, but backup Al Woodall would give the team in green a first-half lead on an 8-yard touchdown pass to George Knock. The Giants trailed the Jets 10-5 in the third quarter, but quarterback Fran Tarkington would spur the comeback, connecting with one of his favorite targets, tight end Bob Tucker, to put Big Blue out in front. With the Giants threatening to score again later in the game, tempers would flare on this goal line stand after the Jets defense dragged Tarkington to the ground by his jersey. A melee then ensued, and the rivalry was ignited. But Tarkington would get the last laugh, throwing one more touchdown pass to Clifton McNeil for insurance, and the Giants beat the Jets by a score of 22-10 in their first ever battle for the Big Apple. 4 years later, the scene would shift to the Yale Bowl up in New Haven, Connecticut. With their veteran gunslinger Joe Namath back in the lineup, the Jets would look for some redemption.
And in Week 9 against the Giants, much more was at stake than the championship of New York City. The battle was fought in the air, and that has always been Joe Namath's territory.
Throws for the end zone, touchdown! He hit David Knight.
In a duel between two of the best pure passers in football, Giants quarterback Craig Morton would look to answer the mighty Joe Namath.
In motion to the right is Grimm. Here is the fake handoff. Morton pops over the middle of Tucker. Touchdown! One-hand grab by Bob Tucker on a beautiful play call by Morton. He really had the Jets confused. Morton is back to throw. Throws for the end zone for Grimm. Touchdown! And the Giants have taken the lead by the score of 20-13.
The Giants' advantage would be short-lived, though, as the Jets quarterback used the art of deception to tie the game.
3rd and goal at the 3-yard line. Namath fakes the handoff. He bootlegs it in for the touchdown. Joe Namath, and a surprise call, running the left side, took it in.
An out-tired Jet team left the bench to go into the end zone to congratulate him. He didn't bootleg it in, he boot-limped it in.
Yeah. I want to tell you, he surprised everybody in this football stadium and probably in New York City, because that's the first time I've ever seen Joe Namath do that.
Namath's game-tying touchdown forced the Giants and Jets into the first ever regular season sudden death overtime in NFL history. The Giants won the coin toss, but that was the last victory of the day for Big Blue. After a controversial call on Pete Gogolak's missed field goal attempt, the Jets would capitalize on the very next series.
Namath takes it, fakes the handoff, back to throw, he fires, touchdown! And that's it. The Jets have defeated the Giants in overtime by the score of 26-20.
It's hard to walk around the streets and people get down on you for losing games, and if you lose to the Giants, they're really going to get down on you. I'm just so happy that we came out on top, man, and proud of our team. Everybody did a terrific job today.
In 1984, under second-year head coach Bill Parcells, the Giants showed vast improvement and were poised to make the playoffs. But with a record of 8-5, Big Blue would need one more win in December to secure their spot in the postseason. And the only thing that stood in the way was their crosstown rivals, the New York Jets, who coincidentally had just moved into Giant Stadium as their new home that same season.
You see that thing up there? You know what that thing is? That's a scoreboard. Okay. That's why they got it up there. It says Jets and Giants. Hey, if they didn't have that son of a gun up there, then it wouldn't mean anything. We could just fool around.
Going up against Parcells was the Jets head coach Joe Walton, who actually played for Big Blue in the early 60s.
Joe Walton, once a tight end for the New York Giants. He said, I still have a little blue in me, but I want to kick them where it hurts.
Despite this technically being a road game, Big Blue would look right at home against their new co-tenants of Giant Stadium.
Lawrence Taylor on a blitz. And that's Leonard Marshall. Number 70 can play this game. Touchdown. Left-handed spike. Giants fighting to stay alive in the playoff race. And O'Brien goes to throw. The Giants put the pressure on him. Pass is picked off by Haynes at the goal line. The Giants come up with it.
With their dominant defense and balanced offensive attack, the Giants had the Jets' heads spinning, and Joe Morris would put the finishing touches on the team in green as the Giants clinched a spot in the playoffs.
It's first and goal from the 8 as Morris swings left and cuts back for a touchdown. Put this one in column W. The Giant record will improve to 9-5. They'll stay tied in first place, but they've got the edge going for them.
Bill Parcells' Giants team would build off their success that season, eventually winning their first Vince Lombardi trophy at Super Bowl 21 2 years later. Following season, they would topple the Jets again by a score of 20-7. But in the final game of the 1988 regular season, the Giants and Jets would face off in December, with playoff implications on the line for the third time in 5 years. A theme had definitely developed between these Gotham rivals.
Welcome to Giant Stadium in East Rutherford for a Jets home game. We have come to New Jersey to settle the Battle of New York. These two teams have played 5 previous times, but never has so much been on the line as in this game. For the Giants, a chance for the division, and for the Jets, a chance for respectability and a winning record in 1988.
Well, the Jets are going to be tough. And, I sort of mixed emotions because I'm for the Jets, too, because it's also a home team, but I'm for the Giants on this occasion.
Despite the nod from the former president, the Giants found themselves trailing the Jets by 13 points in the second half before Phil Simms engineered a valiant comeback.
Oh, fake reverse, and Baker goes left. Baker's open in the end zone. Caught, touchdown! And it's 20-14. Play fake. A lot of time for Simms. Deep, man open. Over the shoulder grab, Manuel. Blitz by the Jets. Two-step drop, slant pattern. Caught, touchdown! And after falling behind 13-0, they now lead 21-20.
There was something a little magical about '88. And even against the Jets, everything was kind of, man, we make the play, we score, we're up. I said, man, we're going to pull this thing out again. That's how we are. We can get it done. And, of course, we don't.
If the Jets get a touchdown here and the Giants lose, an Eagle win puts Philadelphia in the playoffs as the division champion. No play action, but a shot. Touchdown! Al Coon! And this one is over. The New York Giants fall to the Jets, and Joe Walton's team finishes with a winning record in '88 as they defeat the Giants 27-21.
For us, it's a big plus, and for me especially. I haven't beat the Giants since I've been here, and there's a lot of people who've always thought of the Jets as second-class citizens. We have a long way to go, but today was a step in the right direction.
Following the 1990 season and the Giants win in Super Bowl 25 in Tampa, head coach Bill Parcells would step down, marking the end of an era for Big Blue. Parcells went on to coach the New England Patriots for 4 years, but in 1997, the Big Tuna would return to the Big Apple, this time as head coach of the New York Jets.
It's windy around here. It's windy over there at the Meadowlands. Sprint to it. You're playing center field in baseball. Sprint to it, set your feet, and get it coming right down on your head.
Parcells would turn around a Jets team that had been in last place before he got there. And in 1998, they enjoyed a playoff victory, beating Tom Coughlin's Jacksonville Jaguars in the divisional playoff round, making it all the way to the AFC Championship game. The Giants would finally face off against their former coach in Week 13 of the 1999 season, with the rivalry being renewed.
Two-back set. Collins makes a handoff, end around Hilliard, gives it for Pat, running near side left. He's got blockers to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and knocks it out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Takes the snap, gives right. Montgomery up the middle, touchdown Joe Montgomery.
The Giants stormed out of the gates in the first quarter, and their success in the running game opened things up for newly acquired quarterback Kerry Collins to connect with his #1 wide receiver, Amani Toomer.
Collins looks left, whip slant, he's got Toomer, he's got it, across midfield, he made a man it left corner of the end zone. Toomer's got it. Did he get his feet in? Touchdown, says the official. Collins in a shotgun. Drops back. Lobs it right. Has Toomer. Makes the catch. There goes Toomer down the right sideline. To the 20. 10. 5. Touchdown, Amani Toomer.
Terry Collins threw for over 300 yards, and his third touchdown pass to Amani Toomer sealed the Giants' victory. A 41-point performance against Parcells and the Jets was Big Blue's highest offensive output that season. 4 years later, in 2003, the rivals would face off again at Giants Stadium in a game dubbed the Subway Bowl.
Yes, it's a home game for the Jets. A road game, a railroad game in their own stadium for the New York Giants.
The Jets would jump out to the early advantage when their young quarterback, Chad Pennington, connected with his number one receiver.
Pennington, wide open, touchdown, Santana Moss.
But the G-men would regain the lead in the second quarter when Kerry Collins connected with his own trusty target.
Collins throws it deep down the left side. It's a jump ball for Toomer, who catches it for the touchdown. Amani Toomer just beat Aaron Beasley. Pennington will work over center. Late blitz is on. Pennington gets sacked, fumbles it. Lance LeGree recovers it at the Jets' 38-yard line.
The Giants' defense would continue to ramp up the pressure on the Jets' young quarterback, resulting in a slew of turnovers.
Pennington back, he sets, he throws, intercepted by Sean Williams at the 45. Pennington has turned it over for the third time today. Second interception.
Despite the Giants holding a 14-point advantage late in the game, the Jets refused to die as Chad Pennington led the fourth quarter comeback with 2 touchdown passes in the final 6 minutes of regulation.
Pennington will go to the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown.
This is a huge point toss right here, of course. Sudden death.
Your Giants won the toss. We'll receive.
In sudden death overtime, the Giants would look to finish off the Jets for good.
This will be a 29-yard field goal for Conway to win it here in overtime. He awaits the snap. It's high. He gets it down. End-over-end kick on its way, and it is good! The Giants defeat their crosstown rivals for the bragging rights, 31-28, in sudden death overtime.
The next meeting between the two franchises would come in Week 5 of the Giants' 2007 Super Bowl winning season. Chad Pennington gave the Jets a first-half lead with this 16-yard touchdown pass to Brad Smith.
Looking for Smith, who makes the catch for the touchdown. What a perfect pass.
But early in the third quarter, Brandon Jacobs would get things going for Big Blue.
15 to the 10, to the 5, to the goal line. Touchdown, Brandon Jacobs. He got over the pylon, and Jacobs from 19 yards out gets the Giants back in it.
But the Jets would answer on the very next play with a 98-yard kickoff return.
Washington from his own 1. To the 10, to the 15, to the 20. 25, 30. There goes Leon Washington, and he's going to go all the way. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Leon Washington.
But Eli Manning would lead the fourth quarter comeback, connecting with Plaxico Burress for the go-ahead score.
Stiff arms Dyson down the left sideline to the 30, to the 20, to the 15. He high steps in for the touchdown. Plaxico Burress does it again. 53 yards. Wow. And the Giants take the lead with 7:52 to go in the ball game.
And the Giants defense would finish off the Jets.
Has time, throws it, and it's intercepted by the Giants. Running down the left sideline, rookie Aaron Ross. He'll walk in for the touchdown. His second interception of the ball game. Oh, the rookie from Texas, the first-round draft pick. What a comeback by the Big Blue, and that'll seal the deal for the Giants today.
I never came here to be little brother to anybody, so clearly we were the better team.
I don't care about Tom Coughlin or anybody else. I know how I believe, and I don't care if it's acceptable in everybody's opinion. I really don't care.
In Week 16 of Big Blue's historic 2011 season, the Giants and Jets would square off in a Christmas Eve showdown at MetLife Stadium that was chock full of drama.
We were already excited. We knew what this game was all week long. We knew what was at stake, understanding that we had to win out and all those things. But game day, when them covering up our trophies on the wall and our mural, it hit different. It really showed us like, okay, this is a different type of rivalry. This is a different type of team that we're up against, and we got to bring our A game today because we're not going to let this ride. This isn't okay.
I think because of how important it was to the season that year. The second to last game, we're fighting for a playoff spot. They're fighting for a playoff spot also. And Rex Ryan and Tom Coughlin, they kind of give you all the billboard material you want. We played them in the preseason. They hit my helmet and I got blood off. They got that like on their playbooks, on every single playbook. And so for us, let's worry about the game. Let's worry about the preparation.
Jet game at Giant Stadium. Y'all know what it is. Head coach talked a whole bunch. Every day that guy talk. Got some fun this week, though.
All of a sudden, Rex Ryan started talking about their stadium, New York is their city, and New York is this and that for them. And
it was war after that.
Needing a win to keep their playoff hopes alive, the G-men trailed the Jets at the end of the first half and were backed up at their own end zone.
Manning back to throw. Looks, throws one to the right, completes it to the right for a first down, and running out of a tackle down the right sideline is Victor Cruz.
And then all I see is green grass, and I see the safety trying to take an angle to get me. And I was just like, man, if you think that I'm from Paterson, New Jersey, right? I done came all this way. If you think you're catching me right now, it's impossible.
Chased by Smith, hurdles over him, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown Giants, 99 yards!
Once I got in the end zone, everybody always asked me why I threw that ball at the wall like that. There may or may not have been a Jets logo at that wall that I was trying to see if I could put a hole through it with the football.
But the icing on the cake was when Ahmad ran Buddy smooth over.
Bradshaw inside the 10, to the goal line, touchdown Giants! He ran through 3 Jets.
And one of the Jets he ran through is still on the ground. Wow.
I still feel like I got a light concussion off of like when he put his head down and just barreled him over like that, bruh.
Boom! Rodney Poole got knocked over.
But the Jets' defense weren't the only ones taking hits on this cold December day.
At the end of that Jets game, we were kind of running out the clock. We did a little toss sweep to Danny Ware, and he gets knocked out of bounds. He kind of hits Coughlin. Coughlin's like, both legs kind of get locked out, and he pops both hamstrings.
Coughlin took a shot as Ware got knocked out of bounds.
Whole hamstring, like down to his calves, are just black and blue in every color, but he never said a word about it. Talk about toughness, kind of showing that toughness. No one showed greater example of that than TC.
It was my fault, and I relaxed. I let my guard down. Those things happen, and I want to remind everybody I didn't fall down, though.
We want New York. This is our town. This is our town. Game over. That's a closer.
So the Giants have won their 5th in a row against the Jets, bragging rights, and they do it in fine fashion, winning 29-14.
After the game's over, Rex Ryan started talking. He came up and praised up to me and like bumped me. And I was like, dog, I will really, like, you really got the wrong one. Like, you got the wrong Giant player. I'm slapping you, bro. You better back up. And I was really about to punch him in his face.
It was good to kind of, win the Battle of New York, if you will. Some guys rip those things down and let them breathe after the game and let those murals be seen a little bit.
What did you say? It's Giant Stadium.
I think that's a statement.
Giant Stadium.